Hello, I'm Elizabeth Barnett, and I'm a junior elementary education major at the University of South Alabama. This is my EDM 310 Project 10 interview. I'm here with Miss Lori Francis, who is a second and third grade teacher at Delta Elementary in Bay Minette, Alabama. And today we're going to talk about the digital renaissance and technology in the classroom. So my first question is, which I know Dr. Strange knows this, but every second grader has an iPad and every third grader has a MacBook, and you work with both of the grades. Has using the laptops and the tablets affected your views on how teaching should be done at all? Or has it changed your views on teaching?
Well, I don't know that it's changed my views on teaching. I still believe that all children can learn and that there's different kinds of learners, and we have to figure out the best way to teach each child as an individual. But so as far as views on teaching, no, but it has changed the strategies and the way the instruction with the students being different learners and on different levels. Some of the programs that we use with the iPads and the MacBooks are tailored to their individual learning paths, such as iStation. They take an assessment, and it develops their own individualized learning plan based on what they missed or what it showed that they need improvement on. So it has changed our instruction and our strategies for meeting individual needs.
Okay. What do you think your biggest challenge was on this transition?
My biggest challenge was learning the technology myself. And some of the students have been my best resources for learning and troubleshooting too, especially when we have problems with the computers and trying to troubleshoot some of those things. That's been my greatest challenge is learning how to use the computers, all the different programs, all the different passwords, and
it's a lot of passwords from what I've seen with all the kids.
And all of their passwords are different. All of our passwords are different for every program. So we walk around with notebooks with all of this stuff in it, and so just learning with them, which has been interesting and challenging at the same time.
Well, I don't think teaching's ever going to be easy. I think it'll probably always be a challenge.
Yes.
at whatever age. My third question is, do you think that the students are more engaged in their learning now with this technology? Are they more interested in what's being taught to them by using this?
I think so. Students today are very entertained. Children, from the time they were born, they've had some type of technology or been plugged in to something, iPads, Game Boys, gaming consoles. In our cars we have DVD players, so they're always being entertained on some level with something electronic, and then they come in the classroom and to do paper and pencil and textbook. It's hard to keep their attention and keep their focus. And when they do things like on Discovery Education with Board Builder and they do Prezzies and things like that, it does keep them more interested and motivated than just to write a report like we did. So I do think that they are more engaged and they find it much more interesting.
To them. Okay, thank you. And then I know there are pros and cons to everything, and I just was wondering what the biggest pro was to the digital renaissance and the use of technology.
Well, I think one of the biggest pros is it gets them ready for their jobs one day. Everything is computerized, even not just professional jobs, but even trade type jobs or with computers now. Mechanics put your car on a computer.
That's true.
Walmart, they're checking you out with a computer. So I think all students benefit from learning,
especially at a really young age.
Right.
Like this.
Right. And they're more prepared when they leave school. And one of the cons for me is some of the students view their computers, their school-issued computers, as their personal gaming console. And so they download things that they shouldn't. And so one of the cons for me is having to monitor what they've downloaded, what they're on. They like to message each other from one classroom to the other, and that can be a distraction. And we've actually had to have conferences with parents and stuff because of content that's been downloaded. So one of the cons is trying to manage what the students are doing that they know they shouldn't be doing. And then it becomes a behavior issue sometimes with that. So that's the con for me.
I remember that happening even when we had them our senior year of high school having issues too.
Yeah, just trying to be sneaky and doing there, you know. So, but it's a behavior thing. Most of the students that don't get in trouble in other areas typically don't get in trouble with this. But you know, some of them they like to see what they can get away with too. So,
always.
Yeah.
My last question is: do you have any advice for future teachers, especially since the classroom is so different than even I was here 10 years ago? So.
The best advice is what I'm doing now will change before you guys get in the classroom. So you have to be open and willing for change. And that's been hard. Some things have been hard for me because I've done it the same way for so long. To change it and to look at it differently and do it in a different way. I didn't want to.
Yeah, because you taught in Baldwin County long before.
I did. I started teaching 22 years ago. So we had a paper grade book, not a computer. Everything changed, and you have to be willing to change and advance and do things differently and learn how to do it differently. So my best advice is just keep an open mind and be willing to change with the times and with the things that are happening.
Yeah, I think that's good advice, and I'll have to remember that.
Yeah.
But thank you very much
You're
for
welcome.
doing this interview with me.
Okay.
And